Hello, I'm Sharon and this is Trio.of.Witches Tarot. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. This is going to be an unboxing of a Kickstarter that just arrived today, and it is the Woven Path Tarot. So I took it out of the box because addresses. So it came with, I think I paid extra for the bag. Pretty sure I did. Don't know how much. Nice bag, a little bit long, but it'd be nice for a taller deck maybe. This looks like it's in a decent box, so I may not use it for that. And a business card. And a couple of stickers. So this is, if I remember correctly, a collaborative deck. But it looked like, I mean, I have a few of the 78 tarot decks, but this looked like it was even more coherently put together, like not so much divergence in the artwork, which I don't love. And if you've seen my other videos, my 78 tarot decks are actually magpied into different decks. So this is a nice box, a little cutout there. Nice magnetic box, stays open, that's nice. A little white book in there. Pretty on the inside. Yeah, I'll just be keeping this in this. Pretty pattern on the back there. Nice box. And then this is the little white book. Okay, so there are some extra cards, it looks like, after the world. Some zodiac cards, Aries. Okay, all the zodiac cards. Cool. I do not remember that that was a thing. And some other cards. What are these other cards? Well, we'll see when we go through the deck. Looks like a nice little white book, though. And there's the backs of them. Just like the box. Yeah, just like the box. Very nice gold foil. And a copper edging. Very nice. Does not look like it comes off. There. So let's do a flip through, and then I'll do my usual thing of some first impressions and some pairings. Okay, so I'm going to do this flip through a little bit differently so that we can kind of get a feel for what the cards look like next to each other, since it is a collaborative deck. So this, so far, fairly consistent. Okay, so yeah, okay, so this is the 13th, right? I don't know astrology all that well, but I'm pretty sure that that's the 13th one. Okay, I like this. Okay, I'm gonna say right off the bat, this cardstock, these smell really bad. They're gonna definitely have to air out. Don't know what it is, but you know, sometimes decks are smelly. This is smelly. I like that the art style is fairly consistent for the most part. The color palette is consistent, so that is nice. And there's only a couple cards, I think it was in this pile, that I'm not crazy about. That kind of fantasy art style is not my thing. There's a couple more, I think, like that. Feels very Shadowscapesy. Just kind of with the dragons and stuff. Not so much my thing. I don't hate them though. Also that one I don't love. Don't hate it though. None of these so far. Not my favorite. I think those were the ones that I remember noticing that I was like, well, those are not my favorite. That one's okay. And I like that the artist names are on them, but they aren't like super big. But they're also readable. So I said I don't like fantasy art style, but this is actually really cool on the moon. So Devil. And the Devil is kind of usually not my favorite card anyway. Just I don't care about the Devil card, the meaning as much as it just never really jive with the art. And then was gonna show some of my favorite cards. There's a lot of tigers in this deck, which reminded me of the Marielle also. But then this one in particular reminded me of Temperance. So this one is a strength, but it's still a water tiger, which I thought was really cool. This deck definitely has, for me, a fairy tale vibe. It reminds me of, I don't know if you saw or recalled the show Once Upon a Time, I think it was called. And I really liked that show. And this deck feels like that. Like you've wandered, somehow stumbled into a place where everyone is a character in a fairy tale, and they don't even know that they, in real life, that they're not that. And then there were some cool things, because there's definitely, besides the whole fairy tale vibe, there is, so for me, these cards have an Arthurian vibe to them. Like this makes me think of Guinevere. This makes me think of the Lady of the Lake. And then this reminds me of the Wounded King. So yeah, so there's that. And then there's some Lord of the Rings stuff going on here. Hobbit. I mean, that looks like a hobbit to me anyway. And you got the Treebeard argument going on there. And that reminds me of the King Strider. And then this reminds me of the Nazgul so much. And it's also a really cool death card. Really like that. Learning to love the death card. And this just reminds me of like when Frodo, you know, is stabbed by the Nazgul, or when he puts the ring on, and that whole effect. That's an elf, right? Also her. So there's that whole Lord of the Rings thing going on too. And then let's just look at some of my favorite cards. Foxes, but these are flying foxes. So how awesome is that? Love that fool so much. And this very pagan otherworlds. So cool. This one has a Alexander Daniloff vibe to it. Sort of a Green Man thing going on there. I just like that card. The World card. So we have the bull, the lion, the eagle, and the human. He's not in the corner up there, but that's cool. I like that card. Very pretty. This one is interesting. The Knight of Cups. The way he's pouring the water out. Like he's pouring out his emotions. Thought that was a cool tape. Love that Lover's card. And this is an interesting Knight of Swords with these skeletons and the devil on his shoulder, egging him on. Definitely feels like there's a warning in the background of this card, doesn't there? And I just think that's a really cool Temperance card. Like the crown back here in the background. And I like that 9 of coins. The sun is really pretty. There's a lot going on in it though. I like that 10 of wands. And the 6 of coins. Love that. I just love that so much. I could stare at that card for a long time. And then the Star card, which is one of my favorite cards anyway. But I just really like that one. Like her hair is what it turns into water. It's cool. Very cool. So we do have a lot of Oracle and Tarot pairings I want to do with this. So the first one I have is Oracle of Echoes. The messages are spot on. And visually, I think it works. Yeah, I do like it. Yes. And then I wanted to try the messenger cards. Yes, I like this. Thought bringing some animal energy to this, and also the visually, I think they really work. Yes, I like this. Yeah, this also works. And then I wanted to try the Southern Botanic Oracle. Thought some plant energy would be cool too. Yeah, I like that. Huh. Gratitude and peace with death and the 8 of Swords. That's cool. Stagnation and entrenchment with those. Yes. Huh. Hero with the Page of Coins. Icon with the Knight of Coins. Yeah, this works. Huh. Yeah, this works really well. Like that a lot. And then another deck by the same artist, the Southern Gothic Oracle. Huh. Summoning drama and negativity with these cards. I don't know that all of these cards work. I don't hate it, but I don't think I like it as much. as the previous one, the Southern Botanic. Okay, let's try the Universal Folk, because this is kind of fairy tale-ish too. Huh, yeah, that works. Visually, I like it. Yeah. Really love the keywords on this deck. Yeah, I think this really works. Okay, like that. And then I thought it'd be fun to try the Secrets of the Mystic Grove. Just wasn't sure I was gonna love it, but I really like it. They just play together very nicely, I think. Yes, I like this way more than I thought I was going to. Lions get some. Definitely like. Yes. Okay, let's give the Herbal Astrology Oracle a try. It's another one I'm not sure about, but I thought would be interesting. Don't know. It works in a way. I don't know that I like it as much as some others, but I don't dislike it. It's okay. So now let's try some tarot. So the first tarot I wanted to try was the Trio.of.Witches Garden. I like this. So this is kind of what I was talking about, the Once Upon a Time vibe. It's like the characters in the Witch's Garden know that they're witches. They know who they are. And then the people in this deck kind of feel like, in the Woven Path, feel like they've had a spell put on them, kind of. So let's do one more and then see what the message is. So interesting that we have two queens here, the cups and the wands, the fire and the water. And then we have the two of cups here, the mini lovers, and the seven of wands here, having to fight. So what I see is that you need to move forward, and you need to move forward with a lot of energy, like move forward now. And the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands speaks to strong emotions and passion. And then we have the Seven of Wands and the Two of Cups. So you're going to have to fight for what you want for. And if it's a relationship, then you're going to have to fight for that relationship, to let something go. Really tune into your feelings and your passions and fight for it. That's what I see there. Okay, and then another pairing I wanted to try was the Slow Tarot, because this one feels so grounded in reality. Like, these are people that could live in your neighborhood. Yeah, I like this. Let's do one more. Okay, and this is the Noble Art Tarot. You can get it on MPC. There'll be links below. A little less. And they feel like they really, the art styles, really nice together. The colors, yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. Okay. And the last one is an out of print, but it's coming out at mass market. Who knows when? Might be a year or two, how things go, but it is coming out mass market. There is new artwork being done. So I'm really enjoying these together. Okay, so we're going to stop here because I think this is a very interesting set of cards. So I thought I'd interpret these. So the Four of Swords and the Six of Wands. So now is a time to rest, like rest on your laurels even, and celebrate what you've done so far. You don't have to work too hard anymore because you have achieved everything you set out to do and gain. All you have to do now is protect it. And then we have the Lovers and the Six of Cups here, and he is so sweet. This speaks a little bit less to me about nostalgia than it does love that's been there for a long, long time and is aged like a fine wine. This is such a happy reading to me. And the only warning here is you just have to guard against someone trying to steal what you have. Okay? Well, again, that's what I see. Maybe you saw something different. Maybe you disagree. You can comment below. Okay, well that was the Woven Path Tarot, and I hope you enjoyed that. And I would love to hear comments below what you think about this deck or my interpretations or anything, if you enjoyed me doing interpretations or not. So thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe and click on the bell because it helps the channel. Take care of yourself. Bye.